I think anytime your season ends short of your ultimate goal, there's a lot of disappointment. But for us, as time goes on, we'll look back at everything we did accomplish, and there was certainly some highs. It was a really positive year in so many ways. For us, there's some things to look at of what we can change and how can we be better come playoff time. But I think in terms of reflection, there's a lot of positives that we can look at. Honestly, I think the number one thing that my experience at Alaska created was the understanding of what's important. And when you want to win, you want to build something. What are the things that you're looking at? And for me, it begins and ends in cultures. It's how you show up every day, what type of environment you create in terms of building relationships and the people you work with. And for me, I didn't really set any goals in terms of I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to fall in love with the game again, because it's the hardest thing to do is lose, especially when you're somebody that's been around a lot of winning, and then your expectation of yourself is that at the end of the day you win, and it's a hard thing to do. But there's things you can do to control, and I think the one thing that I look back at and I'm most proud of is the staff we had, the group of people that we got to work with from a coaching standpoint, and with our front office staff and our ownership, really great people to work with, and that was important to me, and I enjoyed that part of it. And our players, I think we were really aggressive early in trying to change our team, and part of it was with the inability. And I should say inability, but the timing of the hire, for me, there wasn't a lot of time to build up into what you wanted to in what the off season is supposed to do. So we had to be a little bit more active early, but I liked it. We had great leadership. We had a great mix of players, from contracted players through our affiliates to ECHL contracted players that have been there, what those guys are trying to do, and they've already kind of gone through that experience. We had a really good group of people that we got to go to work with every day. Along with personal accolades, those come when your team is having success. So I alluded to just what a great group it was to work with, and more importantly, what a great group it was to win with. And for us, a lot of people and us as a team got a lot of awards that were bestowed upon us, and it's humbling to do it in my first year back in the league. A lot needed to go right, and a lot did go right for us this year. So I've got a lot of people to thank, more importantly than myself, for that to be able to happen. But our guys, our guys really had a commitment to playing solid two-way hockey, and we were a team that could score. We were a team that could defend, and when your team's doing that, there's a belief and there's a buy-in there, and I think for me, I'm just happy that the guys believed in what we as a staff wanted to be able to do, and that they believed in us individually as well. And I think that respect level came quick with our group, and I think guys just knew where they stood with me, and I knew where I stood with them. And I think that two-way street and that open communication was a real positive thing, and allowed a lot of us, all of us, to have a really special year, and one that we'll always look back on and can be really proud of. I think the affiliation at this level is such an important piece. For us, every person in this room every day wants to go to the next level. They want to reach the summit, and they want to be an NHL player or an NHL coach, NHL trainer, equipment manager, whatever it is. So when you have commitment that we have from Buffalo and Rochester, that we were a part of the process from day one. Those guys included us in everything, from rookie camp to main camp to development camps to development plans, and how can we look at a certain player and help get them better and identify things that we think will improve them. It was just a lot of fun, a great group to work with, from Randy Sexton, Jason Botterill, and Steve Greeley in the management, all the way down through all the coaching staffs. It was a real special year, and it's a really positive thing that I think the Cincinnati Cyclones have, we are part of a three-tiered program here, and we feel a big part of it. And that's a credit to Buffalo and the way Jason Botterill and his staff are running things. Well, I don't think we need to change much, to be honest with you. I don't think we lacked in any area. If anything, we like to look at how our last few games went, and we kind of seem to settle on that. Well, we needed to be better here or there or in this area. We are strong. We are deep. We had the right leadership. We had the right young enthusiasm. We had the right support through our affiliate. We had the right support in terms of depth players that kind of filled out our roster all the way through. So there's not a lot that needs to change. Names will change. Numbers will change. That's just a part of our level. For me, having a full season to try to mold that into what we hope is another very successful team, there's certainly benefit to time. Sometimes it's not bad to be thrown into the fire. Sometimes you do your best work in those situations too. So for us, though, it's about trying to get as many players back that were a part of this year, and then figure out what guys' future plans are in terms of some guys might look to retire and move on from hockey. Some guys might look to Europe. Some guys might look to other organizations to try to realize their goals. But for us, the most important thing is we had a good thing going here, and when you have that, you want to try to keep as much of it together. But there will be significant change, not because we want it. It's part of our level, and it's something that's always been a part of our level. So looking forward to finding some new players that will be exciting, that our fans can get excited about, and looking forward to bringing back a lot of familiar faces that are going to help us continue to build on what we built this year.